Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts 89. It's a very sad day today. Douglas Trumbull, the effects supervisor for Star Trek the Motion Picture and Blade Runner and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and he even worked on 2001, has died. He died on the 7th. He was 80. I don't know, it's just so freaking sad. I loved the work he did in Star Trek the Motion Picture. He was a real artist. Special effects do not get the recognition they deserve so far as artistry. I mean, they really don't. The technical nature of it, as well as the visual design nature of it, is just so much more complicated, I think, than anything else, any other art form that I can think of. And just looking at my little Cinefex book with an interview with Douglas Trumbull from 1980. It was the first Cinefex book, #1. Yeah, I love that film so much. I love the effects that he did in Close Encounters and Star Trek the Motion Picture and Blade Runner. They are some of the best special effects we've ever seen in Hollywood, the best miniature work we've ever seen in Hollywood. He worked on other things as well, but those were the three standouts, the ones that he just became a legend for. And I don't know, I'm so sad about this. I really could just cry. I don't know why I'm that affected. I think in part because it's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be like a visual effects person. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. Unfortunately, Jurassic Park had already happened at that point. Sorry for my voice. Jurassic Park had already happened at that point. So the sort of the eve of the dawning of digital effects was upon us already, and it was obvious that physical effects, practical effects, miniatures were not the future of Hollywood anymore. So by the time I realized what I wanted to do, it was already dead. So I just decided on doing other things, but that was what I really wanted to do. That's what I wish I'd been born a couple of decades sooner. If so, I would have worked in special effects in film in like the 80s and 90s, 70s and 80s really. The 60s, they started doing effects, practical effects, on a fairly substantial level in the 60s, but it really didn't take off until the 70s. Star Wars was a big part of it, because that was a huge, and Douglas didn't work on that. He turned that down because he was working on other things. But it's just so sad. I really, really love the art in that film. I mean, every other shot in that film, I mean, look at that. I could watch it a million times. I can watch it. I have edits of that film where it's just the special effects. Like, I can just watch the whole thing. Like, it's just so sad. I wish I'd met him. I wish he'd done a convention in Australia or something. I wish I'd contacted him just to tell him how much I loved his art, and maybe tried to get him to answer a few questions about, the making of the films or something. He seemed pretty nice, I'm sure. I'd heard he had a fairly active relationship with fans on the internet and that, and I thought I should message him and ask him questions about Star Trek or something, but I don't know, I just didn't, and I really regret that now. It would have been nice to have talked to him. Yeah, it's just really sad. I don't know what else to say. No news of how he died. He was 80 though, so it could have been just natural causes. But yeah, we're never going to see an era of that again, era like that again. I mean, the effects we have now, digital effects, they can do a lot more than they could do, and a lot easier than they did then. But just the artistry, just having to create those things in a practical way to film and get them onto film and have them captured on film is just totally different from creating something in a computer. I know people argue that that's art, and it is. It's just not the same as building it practically and filming it and lighting it and having it in front of you and seeing it and having it be real on some level. And that's the thing, when you watch those old effects films like Close Encounters and Star Trek and Blade Runner, you really feel the reality of those models, and it really helped to create that suspension of disbelief that you really were looking at this giant ship, that it was real, because you knew it was real, even though you knew it was a miniature and it wasn't real. You knew it was real. When you look at digital, you know it's just like, it's computer, it's like a drawing, it's like a cartoon. Even if it's, photorealistic, it's still like a cartoon. So we're never going to have that sort of, those visual effects again. We're never going to have that level of art in visual effects again. And it's just, I'm just so sad I could cry about it. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. And it does really kill me that he's not going to get to see the 4K remastering of Star Trek the Motion Picture and all the effects in that, and all these effects work in that. I don't know if he was involved in working on the new effects and fixing some of the old effects, and hopefully they don't make a mess out of it, because maybe then probably it's a good thing he doesn't see it, but it is sad that he didn't see that also. If he'd lived a few months longer, he could have seen the remastering of one of his greatest works. It's just really sad. I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.